Hey, yeah, because like I said in the previous episode that I had on the calling out, how hard it is to mentally just come around making videos, especially when you're angry, when you're like pissed, when you're literally pissed and this and heartbroken at the same time. But I just want to keep this energy going because I feel that this is a platform that really needs to grow in the sense of just putting out information that can enable critical conversations as well. My name is Ludigo Salema and I am back because at this moment while I'm making this video, Bobi Wine is still in detention. For those of you who do not know, that immediately after the elections were stolen from him, he was detained. This is a ploy that has been utilized by the dictator, and it is not something that is new. Of course, Besigye, Kizza Besigye, who for all of you, for any of you that do not know Kizza Besigye, you could actually Google him and find out more information. I'm not going to talk about a lot about him at the moment. Maybe one day I will. But the thing is, what Ugandans are actually experiencing is a tension on the streets. I've just seen a video of Museveni trying to, driving. I hear greeting his people that, I don't know what the real purpose of that particular activity is supposed to be. Maybe it is trying to sanitize, continue putting more layers of ointment or makeup on an already infected skin, if I might borrow that, and if I'm to use that particular analogy. The thing is, what I really want to call out the current regime, the shameless regime, about is the fact that they have the audacity of continuing to divide. It is one thing trying to hold the country hostage, but you see, it is another thing to try and divide the country along tribal lines. That is despicable. It is something that I feel that has been so well utilized over the years. We studied about this when the colonialists divided and ruled Africa and tormented the entire people on the continent. But I feel that if there is a trick that Museveni has really utilized so well with a high level of hypocrisy, it is to mention that the central region, which is mostly made up of the Baganda, did not vote for him simply because of tribal reasons. So simplistic, yet so dangerous. This is the sort of thing that only the gullible people can really buy into. If you're to look at the performance of the National Unity Platform across the board, even despite the fact that they rigged the election, Kyagulanyi was elected in every corner of the country, even in those areas that are known to be the strongholds of the national resistance movement, the NRM. He was elected, to the point that even when they mentioned even when they announced the results from the northern part of Uganda, the people in Gulu came out in numbers to go to the whatever his name is, the returning officer, and asked him where the heck did they get those results, because they do not reflect the voice of the people on the ground. The last I checked, the Gulu people from Gulu are not Baganda. But the NRM was supported by the Baganda. The Buganda region has been tormented for years under this regime, despite the fact that it is what provided a safe avenue, despite the fact that they were the chief accomplices of this rebellion that was supposed to be a revolution. Yet now we have quickly learned, or slowly learned, that it was never a real liberation for the ordinary citizen. The plunder of wealth in the central region continues. where Baganda have been turned against each other, and to the point that land has been stolen from poor people. And you call these reasons, so we are supposed to quickly sweep all these very important reasons as to why the NRM is no longer popular in the central region, or even along or all over the country, simply because of tribal grounds. You have overseen another coup, because this is a coup that you have overseeing at the moment. You're overseeing at the moment. You're not the elected president of the Ugandan of the people. You're not the people's choice, as it is already reflecting in the votes and even the videos that are continuously moving around, revealing the level of impunity that took over this election. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm going to start a series about that speaks about, he specifically calls out the African Union, because these are the chief accomplices that are completely that are chief enablers of what all these African countries that are under dictatorship have to endure. Simply, this is something that I feel I need ideas about this. If you have any ideas, if you want to be a part of this conversation, please let me know. Send me a message. Let us have a conversation. Let us do this. Let us also stand for justice. At the moment, we need, if you have any sort of influence, nothing goes to waste. Please help in petitioning for the release of Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. He does not have any crime that he has committed. His only crime is to question the status quo. He's under arrest. He has no food. People are blocked from going to his house, even not even just friends and family. And this is why exactly he had to take his children out of the country. Imagine what these little souls would have to endure during this time. Please pray for Uganda. Pray for Uganda. Pray for Uganda.